portable spotlight. Here's Ahmad Rashad.
Thanks, Barb. Now, having been around these two teams the last couple of days, a contrasting attitude. I talked to Michael Jordan, and he said, as fired up as I've seen him in quite some time, we still have the same goals. We know it has to go through Detroit, and we are ready. On the Detroit side, when I saw them come to the stadium today, it reminded me of that picture of those soldiers marching with the beat up and bandage with the pipe and the drum. That's the way they look. But one thing they do have in Detroit is pride, championship pride. When I spoke to Isaiah Thomas, he said, all year long I've been reading that Chicago wanted us badly. Well, here we are, so let's get it on.
All right, Ahmad, and over the last 4 years, the Chicago Bulls 12-28 against these Detroit Pistons, including the playoffs. Detroit has knocked out the Bulls each of the last 3 seasons, the last 2 in the conference finals. They did it in 6 in 1989. They did it in 7 a year ago. The officials, Jake O'Donnell, Jess Kersey, and Jack Neese. Game 1 of the best of 7. As James Edwards gets set to go on the opening tip against Bill Cartwright. The Chicago Bulls in control. The backcourt of John Paxson and Michael Jordan. Up front, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and Bill Cartwright. And the Bulls have been looking to go to Cartwright early as he sets up on Edwards. The Bulls 2, the Pistons nothing.
And you know, it's not like they didn't expect it. James Edwards told us yesterday they like to go to Cartwright in the beginning of the game, try to get me in early foul trouble. Exactly what he thought was going to happen.
Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars in the backcourt. Dennis Rodman, Bill Laimbeer, and James Edwards on the front line. Laimbeer rebounded by Grant. Jordan with the pull-up and kept alive by Grant. Jordan off the head fake, tried to dish it off. Last touch by the Pistons.
A little variation in the Bulls offense, having Michael Jordan be the guy that flashes to the top of the circle, running a back door with the other guard.
Chicago Bulls, a well-rested club. They wrap their series Tuesday against the 76ers. Here is Paxson. Friday night at the Palace. And last touch by Thomas. Good play by Pippen. Friday night, the Pistons beat the Celtics 117-113 in a grueling, sensational overtime contest, winning it in 6 and sparked by the injury plague. Isaiah Thomas. The call against Chicago.
The big screen set here. Pippen first, then Cartwright. They try to get Isaiah with 2 screens, kind of punish him a little bit at the defensive end. Offensive foul call.
Bill Cartwright picks it up. It's the Bulls with a 2-0 lead. A minute and a half gone by.
Keep an eye on the defensive end. An unusual matchup maybe for some people. Pippen guarding Bill Laimbeer. That's one of the reasons why Chuck Daly may make an early substitution and bring Aguirre back in to make the Bulls pay the price offensively.
Paxson switched off and was able to steal, leading to this. Paxson got caught on a mismatch with Laimbeer and then was able to pick his pocket. Paxson again going for the steal. Edwards recaptured. Dumars and Cartwright on the rebound. Paxson open. John Paxson, a 55% shooter during the regular season, has not been able to get off during the playoffs. He's been bothered by a bruised hip. Here's Grant, and he'll go to the foul line.
The Bulls defense has been sensational the entire season. They have strong, aggressive double teams. Paxson has great hands reaching in, swiping the ball. The steals, forced turnovers lead to easy scores at the other end.
Foul called on Edwards, and Horace Grant to the foul line. Horace has shed the prescription goggles. He did it last Sunday in the game against the 76ers. Dr. David Orth, the Bulls ophthalmologist, said that he's concerned because without the goggles, Horace has zero depth perception. He says under the basket he's fine, but keeping his own stats, the doctor feels that he's missed his last 7 jump shots from beyond 12 feet. Grant says the vision is fine.
After getting quite involved in the program.
He is very stat-oriented. Edwards with the open shot. Good ball movement by the Pistons. It's now the Bulls 5 and the Pistons 2.
And the Pistons have worked, or at least talked about the fact that they will be pressed after free throws, so they're ready to attack at the offensive end.
Grant feeling around for Lambier. Jordan played by Dumars. Jordan with the spin. And Rodman on the rebound. Jordan stealing. And Edwards able to recover.
Keep in mind, this Bull team likes to hang around rebounds at the defensive end for steals and turnovers, and Jordan's the best at it.
Now Dumars played by Pippen. Drive the crossover. And the foul on Pippen. It is a blocking foul. He tried to draw the charge.
Tough call right there. Pippen trying to move his feet, just gets there a little bit late. Remember, he must be established. You can see the contact takes place before he has established a good position defensively.
Now Dumars isolated against Jordan. Edwards, Phil Jackson wanted a push off, did not get the call, and the Pistons able to keep it alive. Detroit, one of its first 4 from the field. Edwards backing Cartwright.
Remember, that's one of the things that the Bulls want to do is try to get Edwards out of the middle, turning towards the baseline on his shots.
Cartwright got position, and off the contact, Jack Neese says the foul on Edwards. That is the second committed by James Edwards.
At the offensive end of the floor for the Pistons, one of the key things will be boxing out and limiting them to only one shot. Down this end, Edwards with his hand in. Lambier arguing with the officials after the play, saying, hey, look, that was a clean steal or swipe by Edwards. No foul should have been called.
Bill Cartwright. His foul shooting has dropped off this season. The Bulls have gone through some troubled times at the free throw line despite their success in the playoffs. Edwards sits down, and he is replaced by Mark Aguirre, who had an excellent series against the Boston Celtics. He averaged 15 a game, second highest among the Pistons.
This is not unusual now for this quick substitution. It's something that Chuck talked about yesterday. By bringing Aguirre in, it changes the matchups for the Bulls, or at least now the Pistons can go back to an offensive guy down low who feels comfortable posting up in Aguirre as opposed to Lambier.
Jordan with the steal. Jordan will go to the foul line. Well, he knew he was going to get hit. He was ready for the hit and nearly was able to convert on the twister.
Jordan loves to shoot the passing lanes, anticipating the next pass. Obviously, reaching behind right there, and now understanding that it's going to be a physical series. I got to go strong to the rim, try to convert as best I can.
Lambier called for the foul. Phil Jackson telling us at practice yesterday that feels that the Pistons get away with hand-checking tactics and also too much movement on the offensive picks. Also says the Pistons allowed to run through screens to, as he put it, bend defenders. As a result, the screen has lost its presence in the game.
Well, there's no question. They do a little bit of that during the course of the game, but you know what? When you watch the Bulls, they're aggressive defensively also. That's why they're both this far along in the playoffs.
Bulls with an 8-2 lead. And now Jordan is matched on Lambier. And Lambier moves down low.
Yeah, but now will they go to him, and can Bill produce from down low?
Pippen with a behind-the-back maneuver. And off the stutter step, Grant on the rebound.
of these teams outstanding offensive rebounding teams.